Okay, my timing was not... Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, my timing with that was a little bit off there, but I think I still timed it better than any other attempts. But yeah, anyways, ahoy everyone, and welcome aboard. I'll be your Captain Hillian today, along with...
Peace, Mighty Lieutenant Rakir, at your service.
And welcome back to the last game in the Dominus collection, and the one I was originally wanting to stream on its own, but then like a week before we were to stream that, the Dominus collection released, and well, plans changed.
Not only that, I feel like it was announced like the very a few hours, just the next day it was announced to be gonna release before it got released. So a lot of bloody timing again.
I'm pretty sure they basically released it without much fanfare ahead of time. But yeah, like within a few days of when we were going to start with playing the Castlevania Order of Ecclesia on emulator, because, well, I don't have capture cards and such, yeah, the Dominus collection just got dropped onto Steam and everything, and yeah, I decided might as well go through these two as well beforehand.
Yeah, you did wait a few months to wait for the reviews and to buy it.
Yeah, just in case. Okay. And yeah, I've said this multiple times, this is the very first Castlevania game that I ever played. So, let's swap on over to here. And let's get started. Also, I completely forgot that I did have a scene for this ready, and as you can see, this has been sitting like this for like a few months. And no, those aren't static images above. Those would swap between... Actually, let's start in this for a bit, and then swap back over to the previous scene. Okay.
Yeah, this would be rather annoying to watch to see... stream on, for it is just so small.
Yeah. Okay, but for at least the intro, let's keep it like this.
Returning to life time and again since the ancient Middle Ages, the evil Lord Dracula has driven people to terror. Each time Dracula returned from the dead, the Belmont clan fought him in the shadows, wielding the Holy Whip. Through their efforts, humanity avoided the darkness, securing prosperity. But early in the 19th century, having lost their ability to resist the darkness, those in positions of power at the time began to search for new ways to counter Dracula. Our organization, Ecclesia, was born then as one of those countermeasures. Many organizations were established with the same goal, and day after day, they conducted their studies diligently. But each was dissolved when they failed to produce satisfactory results. But that was when Barlow, the leader of Ecclesia, finally made a surprising breakthrough that could stand up against Dracula.
Yeah, as you noticed, those those on the side there, they did change. I had them set up to change like every 30 seconds or so, or every minute. But right. Yeah, we may use this scene for other DS games where it's more, well, appropriate to have the upper screen active for certain bosses or cinematics or credits. So yeah, let's head on back here, where there's a much bigger version ready. And yeah, this is Shinoa. Who's there? Figures. Serve me right for trying to scare you. Albus. Apparently I didn't hide my presence very well at all. Good to see you, Shinoa. What are you doing here? Well, this is our home, after all. Where else would I be? No, it's not that. Aren't you on a mission? Yes, but I wanted to make sure things were okay here. Any news worth sharing? Well, Barlow chose me as the bearer, actually. We're about to start the ritual, so my body can be a vessel for Dominus. What did you say? Dominus? You? That's right. This is an outrage. Barlow lied to me. Lied? I'm supposed to be the bearer. He promised me that much. But the master said you... What? What did he tell you? That you're unfit to be the bearer. He would never say such a thing. But Elvis... I'm sorry, it's time. I have to go. Wait, Shinoa. You don't understand. You're wrong. As much as a member of Ecclesia as you are. Our sole purpose is to destroy Dracula, so people can look to dawn without fearing the darkness. Am I wrong, Elvis? That isn't... For that reason, I will become Dominus, the blade to banish all evil. Shinoa. And yeah, quite a bit of a start, huh?
Yep.
How could he? Or just maybe orders, Barlow. But I'm holding you to your promise. Shinoa, as you know, only you can become the bearer of the Dominus. Yes, Grandmaster. However, it is nearly impossible to control its power, even for you. The purpose of this ritual is to make sure your body will not reject the Dominus. Yes, sir. But when it's over, That's right, Shinoa. You will be able to wield our most powerful glyph. The Dominus, which Ecclesia created as the ultimate weapon against Dracula. It is time, Shinoa. Time for you to become the world's new savior. What's going on? You... Who are... What's the meaning of this? Albus, you know how crucial the ritual is. You lied to me. Albus, I was to be the bearer. You promised me. We each have a role. You have your part to play, but today is not your moment. Above all else, Shinoa is the only one who can bear the Dominus. You know that as well as I do. But I was ready to do whatever it takes. I was ready to work together, all three of us. Perhaps we still can. Together we can overcome this setback as well. It's too late. Tell me, Albus, what do you intend to do with the Dominus? You said it yourself. Each one of us has a role. And like a fine master, you finally showed me what mine must be. Don't be stupid, Albus. What are you planning? I will be taking the Dominus. Be rational. Without that glyph, our mission is a failure. Dracula's vessel... I have my own mission. Ah. You are my master no longer. Farewell, Barlow. Several weeks pass. Our training regimen shall soon conclude. Yes, Grandmaster. We dominate the power residing in all things, great and small, to forge glyphs through Ecclesia's secret art. And so we gain the strength to save mankind. Absorb the glyph before you, if you would. You can absorb the glyph on the screen by pressing and holding up. Absorbing it grants the glyph and 10 hearts. And yeah, this is Shinoa's art. She absorbs glyphs from enemies or from the environment to, well, dominate them or to obtain them and be able to use them. Confidore, a rapier glyph. A rapier glyph? Just so. And now you see. Absorb a glyph and you shall know its kind. That is your gift. Yours, it's yours and yours alone. Yes, Grandmaster. My poor child. It is a pity that you need to relearn all of this. But now is not the time to feel sorry. Let's continue the lesson. I have so much to teach you. Yes, Grandmaster. That glyph. Direct its power towards your arms. Open the menu with select and select glyphs. Then set the glyph to both X and Y. There. And there. So armed, you can wield glyphs against your foes. Imagine I am one of them and strike. Press X or Y to attack with your assigned glyph. Glyph attacks consume MP, which recovers with time. Alternate X and Y for combos. Your memories may have fled, but not your instinct. Use it to master the next technique. Now meld the glyphs in both your arms for a glyph union. Glyph unions can be very powerful techniques. Up and X or Y to perform a glyph union, which combines both glyphs for a special attack. Good. Now your final test. I'll admit it's not very much by the book, but time is a luxury we don't have. Once you feel ready, step into the next room. Yes, Grandmaster. We don't have time. When you're ready, go to the next room. And yes, Shinoa has lost her memories from whatever happens with the ritual. From the abyss, I summon your enemies. Use everything you've learned to stand your ground. Show me that you still have it in you. Yep, like all the other protagonists, Shinoa can do a backflip or a backdash. So ends your basic training. Now advance. Shinoa, I expected nothing less. Thank you, Grandmaster. Now your mission must begin at once. Recover the supreme glyph Dominus. My pupil has it. Albus is his name. Albus? The neighbor's cat is up here again because I can hear their bell. Does that name stir your memory by chance? No, Grandmaster. And what about your emotions? Still nothing? No, nothing. That day we lost everything. You were robbed of your memories, your hearts, but we lost so much more. We lost our only hope to defeat Dracula. The ritual. There was a man. That man was Albus. Albus. I shall remember that name. He coveted your power and your fate, but the dominance was yours alone to bear. Had I explained my reasoning to him, perhaps? No time now for wishes or regrets. With the Dominus, we can save the world from nothing less than Dracula himself. Retrieve it, and we burn him back to dust. There's nothing else that's ever mattered more. It shall be done, Grandmaster. You truly are a blessing on us all. Only you can fulfill the destiny of our order. Albus has not reappeared since the instant. Probably because he is incapable of wielding the power of the Dominus. No other flesh than yours can absorb and host a glyph. Understood. But Albus is a great scientist. He will find a way to use it eventually. Time is against us. I have an idea where his hideout might be. Go there now before his trail grows cold, and take back the glyph. Understood. Wait, Shinoa. I would also want you to bring Els back here. Of course, if you couldn't, I would understand. Understood. Our hopes go with you, Shinoa. May Ecclesia bless you. Alright. Quick save room here. Alright. And out we go. And instead of, well, traveling through a castle, we travel all over a countryside, heading to this monastery first.
Alright.
And yeah, I think it's more than obvious by now that they've gone back to the Gothic style instead of the more anime style of the previous two games, huh?
But it's still anime, just anime comes in different forms.
Yeah.
But this is one of those that goes a bit more closer to how a person looks. But those don't always easily translate well to pixels.
Yeah.
Still looks good though. But I'm kind of surprised they didn't. But they did really do that on the other games to try to polish the portraits.
Yep, freaking bats. Let's see. Hearth repair? Let's see. Like the previous game, we'll have plenty of armor and accessories to equip. We just need to find them first. And yeah, one little detail is that the left arm has a little bit more reach than the right arm. It goes for both sides, both ways. So I guess that sort of means that Sonora is left-handed? Or something like that.
Maybe?
Alright. Let's continue on. Freaking bats. There we go. Okay. Now, I have played through this game before, but I don't know all of its secrets. There. I do know quite a bit more about it than the previous games, but there was probably also plenty that I will have to relearn. There. Let's see, like, I don't know... Oh, hello there. Magnus. Creates an attractive magnetic field. Yep, press right button to adhere to nearby magnets with the Magnus glyph. And yeah, as is obvious, this game does a bit more tutorializing, but it doesn't do too much past this stage, I believe. If my memory is correct. You can pull your character with the control pads. Release the button on your right shoulder to send Sonora flying in the opposite direction. With this glyph, you'll be able to get to normally inaccessible locations. It can also be used to dodge attacks in combat. Yeah, if one of these magnetized points is around. Save room. Always appreciated. Alright. And yeah, one obvious thing that you probably also noticed was the color of that glyph was completely different. A cotton hat.
I missed that the color of the glyphs. I looked away for a moment.
Yeah, I forget if it's for every of these back glyphs, as I believe they're also called. But yeah, they are... I believe they also always show up as reds, though it might be that it's more like, oh, Banshee. They are dangerous. Okay. Low health, but more a glass cannon thing. Also...
Ghosts are...
Yeah.
When I redesigned the ghost to... What's this?
Yep. That's a kitty. HP up. Alright. Just need to deal with these stupid things. And I believe there is another exit here. Yep. Bone Scimitar. Oh. Okay, we got lucky there. Sakari, a sword glyph. Yeah, enemies will sometimes drop glyphs, and if they can drop one, it'll typically show as, well, a glyph forming, but not completing. Okay.
That doesn't sword, yeah.
We will be able to deal with that later. Actually, let's see, map. Okay. Let me just put a quiet little pin in that. Does that stay there? Yes, it stays there. Okay. I never knew that that even was an option in the previous games.
Yeah, from what I see in some older games on YouTube, they have been on other old games as well, but then they kind of fell out of use. But then later it made a comeback, get more practical systems.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to put a pin in for that chest because we can't double jump. And well, we already have a pin over there for the other thing. There's another way that we can get glyphs. Halter, knife glyph. Simple enough. But yeah, since you know I can go between these so quickly, she can attack a lot faster than the previous heroes. But it's also limited by the fact that she uses mana with every attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. If they are summoning a sword after all.
And yeah, that was an example of the glyph not forming. There's no real point to collecting the same glyph multiple times. It doesn't upgrade or anything. But you do still get the 10 hearts. Book of Spirits displays enemy names as you attack. Like that in the corner. We had that in the previous games.
No, the way you say it, those is like it's still a good way to get those glyphs.
Yeah, if at least for getting the hearts, so you can actually use glyph units. It didn't say that earlier, but using those does use up the hearts. So let me just give a little show here. Yeah, that costs 30 hearts.
Yeah. And I'm going to suspect there also will be for health upgrades and all that.
Speaking of. But yeah, we also get hearts up in this game.
Okay, so they have upgraded the zombies.
Yeah, completely different look now. Much less cartoony. That might have been a better word to use that to describe Dawn of Sorrow and Court of the Ruin style compared to this one.
I would say more, both for anime still. I'm not sure how you name each type of anime style. So yeah, so this is a bit more detailed, so hence they probably upgraded them. Though the skeletons, at least the first ones we fought, were kind of definitely reused.
Yeah. But that's because they're basic skeletons. You can't really improve on this, on those without putting a lot more detail and thus artwork in them. There.
I think it might be same bats as well, honestly they adjust them a little bit.
Yeah, it's the same as well again, and I think. There. Nope. You just fall like a freaking stack of bricks. Do that, 500 gold. Alright. No secret there. Yep, damn it. Yeah, that's one thing that can be annoying with zombies, is that they can just pop up right where you're standing. No need to at the moment. That we do want. Magical tickets. Okay, magical tickets are pretty useful if I remember correctly.
Do you grab it?
Yeah, the items from the chest you automatically pick up anyways.
Oh yeah, so a glyph thing.
Yeah, glyphs will fade over time, but we're full on hearts, so there's no real need to use them or to pick them up.
Wait, the refill.
Yeah, like it said earlier, they give 10 hearts, but we're already at 60 of 60, so there's no real need to. And it looks like I went the wrong way for
I thought you meant
side stuff.
upgraded.
No, they don't do that. There will be upgraded versions later, but there's no... they don't improve like with Dawn of Sorrow from having multiple.
Again, when I mention upgrades, you find an upgrade.
Okay. First boss. This thing. Artroverta. Ow. There we go. Rotating shrimp defeat Arthroverta.
That's a stock sound I have not heard in ages.
Yeah. Okay, I missed out on one thing there. If I recall correctly, if you manage to beat bosses without getting hit at all, you get a medal for it, which doesn't give any boosts, it just gives bragging rights. Shanoa, still slaving away for the old man, are we? I've seen you before. Your name is Albus, is it not? Well, yes. The Grandmaster sent me. I'm here to retrieve the Dominus Glyph and return you home. Home, you say? I have none. The old man saw to that. It was not a request. Intriguing. I recall you being a great deal more graceful than that. And you've forgotten your skill with glyphs as well. You're the one who made my memory vanish. Is that so? Well, I'm never going back. Remember to tell the old man for me. You must, by order of Master Barlow. Never say that name again. Now. Enough. Farewell, Shanoa. Hello. A marked map. He marked a village on this map. Okay.